Welcome to New York Archive. This is the coolest woman of the week. Hi. For people who are just discovering you, who is Collier and who is she becoming?
I'm a lifelong artist and designer. I've spent the past 4 years or so working for other people under other design agencies and stuff, but I just launched my own business at the start of this year.
Which is so exciting.
Yeah, so I do luxury brand creative consulting, and then I also have a studio side of my business. I'm a full studio artist, so my paintings, and I sell prints, etc., etc.
We know you have a boyfriend, but what's your ideal shoe for a first date?
First date, I would say a kitten heel. It's gotta be a little bit practical. I went on a first date where I decided to be a little bit more risky with it, and total shoe in the gutter flew off. It was a whole thing. So
you're lying.
I love a high heel, but I think for just sake of not being stressed about it, I think being able to walk is a really good thing.
Yeah, for New York City Murphy's Law, you're I've got to be able to make sure I'm making it through the night in my shoes.
Right.
I think kitten heel's perfect.
Yeah, a little kitten heel, maybe toe out. I think that's my go-to.
A little sexy. We're taking the high heels for when we know that there's an Uber after.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. We don't want to be stressed about if we can walk or not.
No, and if we need to run out of the first date, we need to know we can at least walk.
So true.
Obsessed. What designer brand describes your dream man?
I feel like I have a very kind of eclectic, high-end sometimes taste. I don't like my man to be too high fashion. I like him to be a little bit cool and laid back. I like surfer boys, so
love.
I like them to have that cool and relaxed vibe, but I also like it to be a little bit, they can clean up well. So I would say, honestly, I don't know if you would say this is a total designer brand, but I would say Rag & Bone. It's relaxed, but it's polished at the end of the day.
If your style was a New York City neighborhood, which would it be?
It's basic, don't come for me, but I would say the West Village. It's where I live.
Yeah.
But I like all the history there and all beautiful streets and all the old elements. I wouldn't say the new restaurants and all that stuff. I love history, so there's a lot there, and I think that's just kind of me. But not the new West Village.
Yes, the old West Village.
In my apartment, actually, Woody Guthrie, you probably don't know who he is, but he wrote "This land is your land, this land is my land."
Okay.
He lived in my apartment, so.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, just all that kind of old historical stuff I find so cool. There's so much history. I don't know, it's really inspiring.
Do you feel like you pull your inspiration for art and fashion from the same places, or do you feel like you just kind of get inspired by everything?
Honestly, I feel like everything is so intertwined that I can't even really pinpoint which would even go to what category. So I'd say, yeah, it's all just kind of a modge podge. Also, I find a lot of inspiration in the little things in life. I keep a running list of my phone. In my phone.
God, that's so cute.
Of tiny things that inspire me.
I feel like I have that, but it's a Pinterest board, and it's of literally everything, and it's just called G, and it has postcards, and it has a spiral staircase I really like, or it has the perfect color of blue, all the things, and I feel like if I compile them, inspire me or feel like me or whatever it is. And sometimes you have to keep those lists because they're so fleeting in a sense, and also to look back and be okay, what inspired me at this time now that I'm this far in my evolution, and does that still resonate with me?
True. I think having a running list of little things too keeps me kind of grounded in a way that giant materialistic things at the end of the day don't really matter. And the little things in life that mean the most.
Can you walk us through your painting process, or really just the process of how you create?
Yeah, I kind of see my creative abilities as I see myself as a connector between imagination and reality.
Love.
Pretty much immerse myself into every kind of medium in the sun over the years, but I would say that's kind of the one common thread is I just can make that connection. What usually happens is I see something in my head and then I'll drive myself crazy until I can make it into reality. That's kind of how I do every kind of piece.
It's so interesting how different people's brains work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The more you talk to people and the more you just come to understand their process, whether they be creative or not, the fact that you can see something in your head before you can make it, it's just, that's awesome. So if you were to make a leftovers piece that reflects who you are, what would be on your table?
Okay, this is a good one. Leftovers is my series of paintings, and it's all about celebrating life and the beauty and the mundane and just coming together where we are. It's
and
a
it's
perfect
your
and
little
messy.
list.
Exactly. So I have this photo on my phone. I've been meaning to start this piece, so I can show it to you. It's from
again, insert photo here.
It's from my 25th birthday. It's a photo from the end of the night. Let's see what's on here. There's a dirty martini, many bottles of wine, a piece of cake,
McDonald's fries,
paint, glitter all over the table. So me.
Have you had a recent creative breakthrough that you'd like to share?
Okay, honestly, yes. I've been working in the city for like 4 years now, but I've been working under other people. I finally decided to take the leap, start my own creative company earlier this year. I've always known that it's what I've wanted to do, but I don't know, there's like always in the back of your mind, I feel like this doubt that maybe you're not good enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But once I fully did the work to believe in myself and my abilities, like the opportunities have just been endless. Obviously, you have to work like hell, but
Yeah.
I think just like finally having the courage to fully believe in myself, it's kind of what has opened a lot of doors for me. And I've had some really incredible clients over the past couple months I've done projects for, even with like my series myself. It's just really having that faith in yourself and just deciding to stop dancing around the perimeter of like who you intend to be and just decide that you're actually going to be who you want to be.
What people don't realize is like a lot of working for yourself and being creative is a lot of advocating for yourself.
Yeah.
Which so often feels so uncomfortable to be like, okay, I don't want to feel like I'm selling myself to someone. Like I don't want to, but it's just more like I know what I'm capable of and I know what I can do and I want to share that with as many people as possible. And so like having the opportunity to continue to like get yourself out there and get your name out there and do the outreach, like it's exhausting because it's also just like such an emotional journey in and of like your relationship with yourself as well.
Oh my gosh,
to be like,
absolutely, and it's such an ego thing too. I'm sure that you experience this, but it's like everything I feel like I do is so tied to my heart that I really take things personally, and that's kind of something I've really tried to grow through, you know, that this is business, this is not, because I'm so attached to my work because I believe in it and it's my art, you know?
I so get that.
So you put everything into what you do.
And it's so a reflection of you. Like your art is so unique to who you are and your journey, and your pieces are so personal either to like who you're working for or yourself. And so it can be hard and, you know, similar to, you know, my journey to be like, okay, well, if people aren't resonating with this or they don't want to work with me or whatever it is, like, why? What did I do?
Yeah, what did I do?
But
that's not the case always. Sometimes it's strictly just business and you don't need to take it to heart. Just move on to the next thing. And that's
because there's always something around the corner.
100%. And like I think that's something I've really had to learn too, is that, you know, there's going to be peaks and valleys. What matters is how you move between them.
Love. How do you manage being your own boss?
To be honest, it's really hard.
It is
like,
really
I'm not
hard.
going to play with, like, I kind of have tendencies of a workaholic.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's something that I genuinely struggle with. I'll work myself 7 days a week to the ground because, again, it's like I feel like I'm trying to prove myself every day working for myself. But I think that also on the flip side kind of does help me because, you know, I'm going to be working every day. Like, I'm not going to be slacking off. So it's learning the balance, still learning it. I'll probably always be learning it, but you know, everything's kind of learning experience.
It's one of those like nuances where when your work is fun, other people don't see it as work.
Exactly. Oh my
gosh. Because you're creating or because you're painting or because you're making a TikTok or you're going to events or whatever it may be, like because it doesn't look like sitting a 9-to-5 job, like it doesn't seem like you're working, and it's like, no, and I say it a million times a day around this office being my home, and I'm like, this is my real job. This is
it's so crazy,
and it feels like a real job, and it's tiring like a real job, and sometimes I need to take a bubble bath after it because it's my real job.
Nail on the head. Those are such great points. I struggle with the exact same things because, you know, like my job is I'm an artist. I feel like I've had to set a lot of boundaries with myself too.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we are not doing work stuff right now because you will, like, people think it's so fun and stuff, but like you will burn out if you don't take mental kind of breaks from what is actually the work part of it. So
100%. If your studio were a museum exhibit, what would it be titled?
I think it'd be something like my big, beautiful, messy, chaotic life. It's messy and it's crazy, but you know, that's kind of the beauty of life.
Yeah. So. It is. It's like finding the chaos and the beauty in like the little moments and the little things.
The beauty in the mundane, totally. And I've always, since I was a little girl, I've had this really strong feeling that I was put on this earth like to make the world a more beautiful place in whatever way that kind of manifests. So
that's so special.
It's very bizarre. But
and you get to like live out little you's dream. What would your big 3 be in shoes? Sun, moon, and rising.
Sun. I'm a heel girl at heart. I will wear a stiletto heel. I've been known to wear some really, really crazy shoes, and I'm okay with that. Beauty is pain. The bigger, the chunkier, the crazier, the better, honestly, for me.
That's so fun.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Moon.
Moon? I love a platform UGG.
Shut your fucking mouth. Yeah.
Those shoes are like the most comfortable. I wish I could wear them every single day.
Yeah.
So
They're like snuggies for your feet.
Yeah.
And then rising.
I'd say a heel.
You could do, baby, you can do heel, platform mug.
Yeah. I would say maybe like a little bit, tone it down a little bit, but a heel for sure.
You're a heel girl. What is one archived version of yourself that still lingers with you today?
When I was a little girl, I think I knew at like 5 years old that I wanted to be an artist. So I would say I carry that girl with me every single place that I go and everything that I do. And I think oftentimes I really do look back and think about her. Every time I accomplish something like new or do the next thing, I have like a bunch of my old pieces that my mom has kept, and I've written in school, like, I want to be an artist when I grow up. I want to study art. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I think about her a lot of times. So I think, always just, not that she did it yet, but
you did.
She's on her way. So it's special.
Yeah. It's so special to be able to just like have the courage to be yourself, no matter what that is.
Oh my gosh.
But just to like truly live as yourself and live your truth and be who you are. Like, so many people spend their entire lives stifling that. The quote that says like most men live lives of quiet desperation.
Yeah.
I was watching, obviously, Desperate Housewives. And the quote got changed into most people live lives of quiet desperation. Something about that, to the fact that I've now brought it up twice, has like really gotten under my skin. To imagine that there is a world in which that most of the people that we haven't come in contact with or are going to come in contact with truly just don't even feel comfortable enough to be themselves. In terms of that, like, you've already won the lottery. Even to just be able to like accomplish that for the little version of you. Yeah.
Like, that is something that has taken me like honestly until this year to really be able to do. And it's been
so special.
Yeah. I'm done dancing around who I intend to be. I'm just gonna be who I want to be at the end of the day. It's hard because, people will talk about you, they'll send your stuff around, they'll make fun of you, but at the end of the day, like, none of that really matters. Those people don't really matter. So it takes a lot of courage to be able to put it all out there and know that people will talk about you and just
not care.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, still choose to be who you want to be.
To wrap up, where do you see yourself or your business in the next year?
I want to put myself out there more. I feel like I've spent so much time kind of being a ghostwriter, and I'm done with that. I really want to tell my own story. I want to grow the consulting side of my business, but also the studio side. So I'm going to start putting out a lot more prints. I want to get into a couple more categories, and I want to tell my own story. So I'd say, awesome. In a nutshell, that's kind of what. And I want to just share my work with as many people as I can, and I hope to make a positive impact on people.
You've done literally so much already, and your art is so special, and I can't wait to see where you are in a year from now. Oh my God.
It's crazy. Time flies in the craziest. Like, if you told me a year ago that this is what I'd be doing now, I'm getting older, and I don't know. I'm proud of myself for what I've done. So
you are obviously the coolest woman that we know.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry guys.
Shy.
We gotta go. Bye.